It's ladies like what? It must be Sarah on the mic. With sweet little Holly, got the sugar, got the spice. We're keeping us tight, we're guests on the night. Linked up with Urban Spirit Studio. That's right. And I'm not a rookie on this all-star team. Me and Holly get you hooked like we're fishing for green. This is home, never leaving us talent alone. Yes, it is my city, it's my throne.
Hey guys, and welcome to another Ladies Night with myself, Sarah.
And me, Holly, where we discuss life from pills
to pills.
Smashed it that time, don't we?
I know, look at that.
We're getting used to it.
Flipping it. We're made for this, aren't we? You're chuffing heck, I'm flipping it.
I know, yeah, God, you can tell from that.
So we're talking about the roles of women, so the expectations of women within the home.
Yeah, so for me, I've not really experienced this yet because still at home, not moved out.
Yeah.
Me and my boyfriend are planning to move out, but I want to know what I've got in store for myself. And I'm sure you can tell me all about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of depends on what you implement from the beginning. I feel like it's easier if you both kind of know what your roles are going into it, but then saying that things change over the years as well, because mine has changed over the years. But I think sometimes you end up sliding, or I have done anyway, sliding into the more traditional roles in certain aspects.
So when you say you need to put rules down, are you doing a checklist each beforehand? So like, right, so we're moving in on this day.
Yeah.
This is your checklist. This is my checklist. Work your way through it, my love. Is that
kind of? But it's more so like, okay, so depending on work commitments. So when I'm working and I know I'm going to be coming home late, my husband will cook the dinner.
Yeah.
But the majority of the time, I'm the one who's cooking the dinner. But because we know those things are in place, he will know, okay, do you know what, I'll cook dinner on this night because you're working late.
But what if, that sounds quite structured to me. I don't live a structured life, I don't.
Do you not?
I don't like the idea of structure. I want to know that, what if I'm stuck on the M1 and I can't...
Oh, yeah, of course.
I can't cook because that's not on my checklist. I can't be doing that, no.
Yeah, things can change, obviously.
I want my man to be like, I'll use my initiative. What needs doing?
Ooh.
Oh God, the skirting boards look a bit dusty. Let me just get me duster out.
See, I don't know about that one, to be fair.
God, count me out, then I think I'll be living at home.
Yeah,
forever.
because when it comes to initiative, again, it depends on your partner. My husband will pick up bits if he sees mess, but is not the one to go like, okay, every week I'm the one who's doing the hoovering. I mean, we do get the kids to do that, to be fair.
So he's a picker-upper, but not a duster.
No, I don't remember the last time I actually saw him dust the house.
Does he know what a duster is?
Yes.
Right, that's
But he'll
all right
see me
then.
dusting. That's the thing. He'll see me dusting.
So watch you put his legs up on the sofa like, oh God, I'm knackered. I've had a hard day, I have. Watching you on your all fours with your duster in your hand. I don't think so, my love.
I think he likes that position.
Does he?
That's probably the one.
He's got the nice view of that. That's what you're saying. Yeah, so he's sat there licking his lips behind you. Right, too much. Anyway, moving on.
But yeah, I do feel like that's where I've kind of gone into those traditional sides of stuff, because he'll wash pots. I cook the dinner, he'll wash pots. He does all the washing of the clothing, but he doesn't see the smaller things. So I'm the one who would go into the whole, I buy the nice candles for the house and the air fresheners and the plugins. And so when it comes to doing the dusting, I don't think he just sees that. I guess it's something that he doesn't quite see.
So it's sort of like sharing job roles.
We do definitely share.
See, I'm just sort of out of the loop in this. Is that normal? Because
no,
my dad does bugger all. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
No, he don't really. Tony does quite a lot.
Do you know what? I've known people where literally the woman goes out to work all day, guy's at home, say stay at home dad or whatever. What I mean by stay at home, whose phone is that? Holly?
Let me put it on silent. Jesus Christ.
It's always you, innit? It's you in all your little WhatsApp chats.
I don't even use bloody WhatsApp. So.
Oh dear.
It's because so
here you come with your excuses. Go on. Trying to be professional here.
No, but think about this for Gen Z, right? One of my friends, with Gen Z, we're Snapchatters. And one of my friends, she just doesn't use Snapchat. She only likes WhatsApp. I say, love, how old are you? This is 50 going on 60 now. I don't know, my dad uses WhatsApp and that's about...
Yeah. Do you not use WhatsApp to message people? Crazy.
Before I worked here, WhatsApp, God, I had to re-download the chuffer.
Really?
Yeah, WhatsApp's just not you Snapchat or you text.
Oh, I hate Snapchat only because you send a message and then someone then replies like a few hours later or the next day, or if they do, then I've forgotten what I've even messaged because it disappears. I just don't see.
Us Gen Zs, we've got good brain knowledge. We can remember.
No, you lot are up to no good. That's why you need everything disappearing all the time.
Yeah, one of them guys with about 5 girls on the go, so his girlfriend can't see his phone.
Exactly.
But I can't see the chats before, so you're all right, man.
That's why I can't stand it. But anyway, going back to traditional roles. Right. Yeah, I've known people where they work all day. Their partner stays at home, which means they'll take the kids to school and then that's it. Then they're at home. So they're not actually doing anything. And their partner's not doing anything in the house. So they're not cleaning, they're not cooking, they're not bringing any money in. And they'll then come home, the women, and cook dinner and sort everything out. And
I know.
For me, that man has turned into, this is the traditional role.
Yeah.
Yet really, he's not doing his side of the traditional role, if that makes sense.
That's crazy to me that females would let that slide. If you were a millionaire and you're giving me my money, God, I will clean the house 5 times a day for you and that's all I'll do. I'll be stay at home and I'll do absolutely nothing else. But unless you're bringing that to the table, which is quite a lot to ask for, may I add?
It is a lot to ask for,
then you can absolutely stuff it. I'll clean my room, my area, you can live in a pit and that's not my problem.
Yeah, I feel like that's the best way to be with regards to like everybody kind of clean up after themselves, because that's what I do really in our household. So everybody obviously sort out your own bedroom and communal kitchen, bathroom. You clean up after yourself.
What about the bathroom? Because in my house, this is normal and this is like a set rule. But I've found that this isn't normal in a lot of households. Yeah. I don't want to know your opinion on it. So when you use the bath or the shower in the morning, the last one in the morning to use it has to give that whole thing a good scrub. And I mean like hands and knees, good scrub. But that's not, in some households, they just don't clean the bath. It's like a once a week thing.
Oh, they don't clean it ever?
Well, like a once a week thing. But no, that's a day. You have to clean that every day.
No, see, I was going to say that's a no from me. So I wouldn't clean up after other people. I do clean out the bathroom once a week anyway. But the rule in our house is once you've used the shower, you clean it straight away after.
So I also agree with that. But because our rule's this way, you best believe I'm the first one in that shower.
Oh, I can imagine you'll be in there just leaving all the long hairs in there. And that's why for me,
it's a full body shave and it's not my problem.
You just left it.
You can clean that up,
No.
But I don't know about you. Is this normal? As a female, I don't feel clean if I don't do the whole everyday shave.
You shave every day?
Yeah, because I just don't feel clean otherwise.
Oh, God,
maybe like once every 2 days if I leave it a day. I'll leave it a day maximum, but I just don't feel clean. Is that normal? I don't even do it for my man because I couldn't care less if he sees the bush. I'm not bothered about that. I just don't feel clean. I don't know.
For me, no, because I epilate. So I don't need to do it every single day. So I feel like that's, you know me, I'm very low maintenance when it comes to anything. So that just seems too high maintenance for me to have to shave every single day.
I suppose when you're in the routine of it.
Yeah, whereas if I epilate, then I don't need to epilate my legs again for like 2 weeks.
Shall we do a video of us trying and testing out epilating?
It's painful when you first start.
Sounds quite explicit as well. We shan't be doing that.
Yeah, I wouldn't epilate like the bikini line on here.
Yeah,
I won't do that.
Not. Unless you're paying. That is a fact.
But yeah, so when it comes to any sort of things in our house, we kind of share it. But I have seen with other people that doesn't actually work. And people want to have like the whole traditional housewife, yet they still want that housewife to go to work.
Do you think that's because some females are likely to let their man walk all over them because of that obsession they've got with them? Say if he was like, oh, you've got a man telling you what to do, oh, sexy. And like, he wants me to clean and like, while he does nothing, oh, yeah, go on then.
See, I don't know whether it's they let them walk over them, but it's more so, I think as women, we have to look as if we've got it all and we can do it all.
Maybe.
And it gets to that point sometimes, I think, we just think, okay, we can have kids, we can go to work all day, we can maintain a spotless house, we can look absolutely perfect ourselves as well, still come home and cook dinner and still please our men. And the guys can just sit back and have a whiskey whilst they put up their feet and watch TV. And I don't know whether that's TV that has made us think those sort of things.
Maybe, possibly, probably. But what I don't understand as well is when I see females with kids, how they wake up in the morning, sort the kids out, do their whole makeup. Like, these women have makeup on. How have you got time for that? I don't understand it. Like, do you know when I see them on like TikTok as well, and they're doing like a get ready with me, and they've got kids, and like they've got time to sort the kids out, take them to school, do all of their makeup, do their hair, get a lovely outfit on, and then start their day or go to work. And I'm like, how have you got time for that?
Time management, ladies, time management.
God, the day I have to do that, Jesus.
It is harder. I mean, obviously, again, me with makeup, I don't really do it. But when you do have to do those things, I have found I get up an hour earlier. So you lose out.
But I already get up at 5.
You're going to have to get up at 4. If that's going to be...
Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm having my tubes tied. Do females even have the tubes tied?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I thought you had your eggs frozen or something. I've got no hope. Absolutely no hope.
Just freeze your eggs, in the womb? They just stay there frozen. Yeah. Would you know, your body would defrost them.
If you could do that, that'd be quite good because you could freeze them, then unfreeze them, defrost, and then, oh, God, I fancy a kid now. That'd be quite handy, wouldn't it?
You are too much, I swear. Oh my God. But no, it is literally, it's time management.
Do you know what I would feel like though as well if I was to have a kid my age and I had all of this to do? I'd feel really sorry for my mum because how do you feel about this as well?
Yeah.
If I had a kid, I'm basically setting my mother up, you're having another child. Basically is what I'm doing.
Really? No.
Well, no, not that I'd expect to do everything, but she's going to feel like I'm having a baby. Like, she's going to feel like she's having a baby now. Like, I've got
it's
all
your
of this
responsibility that for that. Yeah, I feel like once you start having kids, it's your responsibility. If your parents help you out, that's cool, but you can't rely on them to say.
But I just feel like if I would feel like that as a mum, if my child was having a child, I'd feel like, God, I've got to do it all over again. I'm past that age. My kids are out, and now I've got to do it all over again.
I guess it depends on the mum, because for me, no. Yeah. I was like, let them go. Do your thing.
So when your daughter says to you, right, I want to go out, or say she wants to go out 4 times a week and you've got to have the kids 4 times a week.
It's not happening.
Not happening.
You left that life behind when you decided to have children. Like, seriously, it's, for me, but it's a bit selfish.
But Mum,
selfish.
I've fancy cocktails with the girls and I've not seen my friends for ages and I've had all my work.
You don't need to go out 4 days a week.
I've been at work all week.
Nope.
God, you're heartless. God, there's no crack in her, is there?
Nope.
Child abuse.
Not at all. Child abuse to a grown adult.
Still, when it suits.
No. See, I wouldn't. Only because, obviously, have fun with your mates, go out and all those sort of things. But I do think, and this is just my personal point of view, my preference, I guess, that not that your life should stop, because I still go out and I still enjoy that time and everything, but I do think that your kids have to come first. So if you're going out 4 days a week, who is looking after those kids? And yeah, they might be with grandma, but then you're hanging the next day. Who's taking them to school? Do you know what I mean? You have to give up part of that party life. There needs to be some sort of compromise.
I feel like I'm already past that now, and I feel like you
partied out.
Oh yeah, God, I did uni for 3 years. Partied out.
Hardcore.
Oh, it was hardcore. But anyways, I don't feel like I would do that, and I wouldn't support that anyway. But say like
some people do.
I just don't know how I guess
it's the dynamics of people's households. But
did you?
No. I mean, I had a child. I was a child. I was a baby.
You missed out as well.
Yeah. So I grew up with my kids. So I had my kids so young that I had to grow up. But then also, I still had the times when I went out and had that fun and whatever. But my kids would obviously, like, say, be at the grandparents' house. But then that was it. You know, it wasn't like every single weekend, and it wasn't 4 days a week. It was just, this is the life that I chose. So you can't have it all. And I think that's another thing, like going back to the whole housework things or traditions. I think a lot of the time we put all this on ourselves where we think we can have it all. Realistically, when you have a kid, you're not going to want to go out 4 days a week, because you are thinking, I've got to get up in the morning.
Yeah, is it true that when my stomach's going, I tell you that.
What, your ovaries are going, or you're hungry?
God, someone's panicking inside me. I don't know what. But is it true that when you have a child and you're pregnant, your whole mindset switches and like you become such a nurturer? Because I feel like naturally, I don't think I've got that in me, but I feel like when it happens, you sort of switch.
I think for myself personally, 100%. It's turned into a bit of like a interview with me, innit? Oh my God, this feels a bit weird.
I need preparation, so you best tell me what I'm in for.
Well, yeah, for me, obviously, I was so young that I never. That it's kind of stupid, I guess, because when you're having sex, you're possibly going to get pregnant, but we don't think about that when we're having sex. So I never even contemplated the fact that I could get pregnant. if that makes
That's
sense.
crazy.
Do you know what I mean? You're on contraceptive, you're on the pill, using condoms and stuff, so you don't even equate the thought or the facts that you could become pregnant. So anyway, so it happened, and straight away my brain went, ding, I'm going to be a mum. And that's only from my personal point of view. Other people, it's completely different. But for me, it just automatically, I went into fast drive mode of, okay, right, I need to sort my life out. I need to get a job. And I just finished school. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, I need to get a job. Am I going to still be with my partner? Is he going to want to be with me? How's this going to happen? I'm living at home.
Baby trapped.
It was terrifying, to be fair.
Yeah.
You know, and it was sort of like, but yeah, everything kind of kicked into gear for me where I just went, okay, that's it now. No hanging out on the street with my mates, drinking, I don't know, special brew, can of cider, you know, having a fag.
Yeah.
It all stopped, and it just went into that. So, and that's just me personally.
But I feel like I would be the same in that respect.
Yeah.
So I never grew up like playing with babies or anything, and it's only till recently where I thought, oh, I actually could be a mum. I actually would want a family. But it's only recently that I've even thought that. Before that, I was like, no, I'm not even bothered. I'd be scared that it'd come out of me, and I'd be like, don't even love it. What do I do?
Yeah, I always thought like that. Like, I always kind of liked babies a little bit, but I always thought it was a bit weird, and the whole process of it and having children. And I never saw myself actually being pregnant. I thought, oh no, they ruin your body. Oh, not doing that. I don't want to get pregnant.
Might get a set of heaters. So
that happens. Yeah, that does happen.
Would be nice.
But yeah, I never wanted to be pregnant, but I did see in the future I'd like to adopt. So when it actually happened, it was so weird to go, oh, yeah, this is me. And I just went into that whole, I'm a mum.
Yeah. I tell you what, if I was you, I'd have that baby in the club. Like,
oh my,
I would not miss that.
Child abuse. Oh my God.
That raving.
Do you know what?
To
be fair though, I did take my kids falaraki.
Oh, you did.
I did when I was working. Yes, and my kids weren't in the clubs. It was daytime. So in the daytime, they was like with me at the beach and stuff. And I had my husband's mum there, my mum as well. So they would babysit for us in the evening and everything. So you can balance it. Not to say that you can't.
Yeah.
We had the whole, I mean, I was out there working. So was in all the different clubs and stuff in the evening. And then in the daytime, you have to switch on. You know, because my
no hangover, just
yeah, because my mum wouldn't be having the kids for me all day. It was like, right, I'm here to look after them when you're at work at night, and then that's it. So yeah, you can have it, but it's a massive compromise and it's hard work.
Well, on that note, I feel like I might get my partner tonight and say, right, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We'll have the baby in the rocker over there whilst we're filming.
Give me 10 years. So what I want to know is, when it comes to moving out, is it normal to split bills in the middle, or like, how do you go about it? Do you get the man to pay more? Like, I don't actually know, because I've never asked my mum and dad, so I don't know who pays more.
Yeah.
Can I get my partner to pay the whole thing? Because if so, he's in for a treat.
I know. Right. Again, I don't know how it works in other people's households, but my man kind of pays for everything.
You've got a good man.
I know.
You've got a good man.
I know. I've been well kept.
Yeah.
Well kept. But I must say, when it comes to like holidays and things like that, there's times when he won't go on holidays because he'll just be like, he's working. So I'll go on holiday with the kids and I'll pay for that. So I kind of pay for like the fun kind of stuff. So even though it sounds like I'm paying for a lot, in all honesty, I'm not, to be fair, because for me just to buy a holiday for myself and 2 kids isn't as much as what he's paying for everyday expenses and the running costs of a car and all those things. So I do contribute towards the house, but I would say it is the garnish on top of the dinner.
So yours is like that's a nice way to put yourself anyway.
I put the garnish on top of the dinner.
So you'd say yours is like the disposable income then?
Yes.
Nice.
So yeah, I would say so. So the way it kind of always has been is that he's always carried the household. And we've never really had a conversation about it, to be fair. This is like the first time kind of discussing finances.
If he watches this, he might start changing the rules, so we'll keep it slightly
crazy. Hide it from him. Do not promote this show to my husband.
Do not. You can't. If you're watching, turn off.
Turn off now. But yeah, I think it's a bit of a taboo subject with a lot of couples that they don't really talk about finances.
Yeah, I think it's something what I've seen that's not really spoken about too much with couples. It's just sort of that's how it goes, that's what you do sort of thing, right? So I'll do this, you do that, and then that's...
Yeah, and then that's it. I mean, one of the things that we did say, like when before we got married, was that we wanted to have our own separate accounts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like your money is yours, mine is mine, but then we still contribute into like one between us at the same time. But yeah, it's always basically been him. He pays for everything.
Because, not to be the bearer of bad news, but I know someone now who their parents are going through a divorce.
Yeah.
And now it's the whole thing of how do you split that money up? So they're having so many arguments and stuff because it's like whose money's whose money, the house as well, where's that going? And because they never had them lines. So how do you know that that's going to be the best decision?
Myself, I mean, I've been with my husband for like 28 years now, so yeah, I feel like we've already done a life sentence, so we're just going to keep it moving, keep going.
God, that sounds promising, doesn't
it? Well, that's what they're saying. How long's prison sentence? It's like 25 to 30 years or something.
Done a life sentence.
So, do you know what I mean? So for us, when it comes to those sort of things, I mean, I don't foresee those sort of things happen anyway in the future, but it's something where I think you both should be financially stable enough to support yourselves. Because I have seen that a lot of the time with family dynamics when one of them gives up maybe working and the other person is supporting. Not to say that's a wrong thing, because obviously then when they split, that man or that woman couldn't have got where they was without the backing of that other person.
Yeah, definitely.
So obviously, if I was a stay-at-home mum and I was constantly at home and my husband was at work all the time and then we split, he wouldn't have got to that position without me being at home looking after the kids. We had a family together, we raised. So I think they should have some sort of amicable breakdown of, do you know what, this is what you can get as well with regards to like a divorce.
Yeah.
I don't think it should start turning into a selfish thing. Well, I earned this and I did this and I did that.
Well, it does half the time, because
it's nasty, doesn't it?
You've divorced for a reason. You obviously don't like that person.
Yeah.
And depending on how you've divorced, if he's cheated on you, so I'm taking every single bit of that money and I'm running off with it, and you're having not a penny, and you're going to be on the streets.
Really?
No.
See, for me, no, I think it should just be fair.
Yeah.
And I am that kind of person anyway, regardless of whether you hate me or I hate you, or I don't think I could, to be honest, I don't feel like I can hate anyone. Someone has to do something deep.
I can't imagine you hating
deep
anyone.
Yeah, you'd have to do something deep to me for me to really want to hate you and hold that sort of a grudge. But yeah, I think it should be fair, because there's no price on somebody staying at home, really, because a lot of the time my husband, he stays at home with the kids and he homeschools, and that is, what price can you put on that?
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I mean?
You can't put price on love and care, and when someone does it so like purely.
Yeah, and like the nurturing that you have to put into that. And teachers, I mean, I don't know how much teachers get paid per year, but my husband gets paid nothing to teach our kids.
Yeah.
So let's say I was super successful and I made millions, and then we, for whatever reason, had a breakdown in our marriage, and then he was like, well, I want half of your money. I don't think it would be wrong, and you can hold me to this, I don't think it would be wrong for me to go, do you know what, I wouldn't have been where you was without looking after the kids.
God,
because
you're so selfless.
Well, not
You're
really.
a better woman than I am.
I just think it's fair. I think treat people how you'd like to be treated, and to be honest, if it was on the other foot and he was super successful and he was making millions and I was looking after the kids, I'd kind of expect the same.
So do you believe in karma then?
I don't know if it's called karma. I'm not too sure, but I do think treat people the way you'd like to be treated, because somewhere you're gonna get hit. So I guess in that respect, yeah.
But if you really hated this person, they've put you through hell. How that would hurt me to be like, all right, have half my money. I would be a little bit like, no, you don't deserve anything. You've ruined my life. You've upset me. You've done this. If you think I'm going to give you half my money, you can think again, sunshine.
And again, I guess it depends on the circumstances, but I feel it's easier just to go, my hands are clean of you.
It's very mature of you to do that as well.
I just feel like, it possibly is, and I feel it's something mentally for me to hold a grudge and hate somebody so deeply. That's not affecting them. It's affecting me more than it's going to affect them. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm holding on to such hate.
It's like a therapy session.
I know it is. It's crazy.
I feel like a better woman.
Therapy sessions with Sarah.
Yeah, God.
Tune in.
You need to start paying this woman for your therapy. Little Zoom calls. God, she'll do you wonders.
But yeah, that's just how I feel about it. So it's, I won't say 50-50 on certain things. It just depends on circumstances. Like you and your partner, let's say he was earning more than you. I think it makes more sense for him to spend. If he was earning 70% more than you, then he should put more into the pot than you would.
Yeah.
You know?
So I think that sounds quite nice to
Do you know what I
less
mean?
and put less in.
Because, like, say you're earning more than him.
Yeah.
And he's earning less. You shouldn't resent him because you're having to pay more of the bills. Do you know what I mean?
I'm talking for other people, not.
But I do feel like sometimes as women we do.
Yeah.
It's like we expect the man to pay it all, to be fair.
It's like what you've grown up with, what you've seen and everything. And it's the same way how they expect, because we're hypocrites, really. Because we're sat here like, God, you expect us to do the cleaning and you just go home and like do bugger all. But we
want him to pay all the bills.
Well, then put more money in, please.
Yeah. And I think maybe that's why it works so well with me and my husband. I'm not going to complain about him not doing the dusting because, to be fair, I'm kept.
Yeah, he paid for the duster, so you're doing the dusting.
He paid for the duster and the polish.
Yeah, so fair enough, I'll dust.
Yeah, so it's just one of those. And I think it just helps when you know your strengths and your weaknesses as well. So...
Well... Going back to like who pays and stuff, when I was at uni, and I just want to know a little bit of advice on this, because when I asked people if this was right and they like persuaded me to do this, it was like, yeah, why would you not do that? And I want to know your opinion on it. So I was with my boyfriend for 2 years while I was at uni, my last 2 years, and he basically lived with me. Essentially, he did live with me for them 2 years, and it was me paying for all the bills and stuff, and he would help, he would do food as well, but I would do food as well, and we were doing it equal in that sense, but I would pay for all the bills, pay for everything, but he would obviously help in like if we needed food for the night sort of thing. So then, God, it must have been about a good year in, I started thinking about it. I was like, I'm not doing well for money, I'm not. And I thought, hold on a minute, I'm paying for everything here. And I know I had like a loan and stuff, but still I've got to pay that back. That's my money. And I was telling people, like my friends and stuff, they was like, what, you don't pay? God, that's not right. Holly needs to pay his living. He's got a roof over his head. So then I felt really bad because I was like, right, sunshine, I think you're going to have to start paying a bit here. So I charged him board. I did. I charged him board.
So he was living with you full time? Or was he still at his parents?
No, full time living with me. And it was only like the 3 times in my final year at the end where I actually charged him, because it was only actually 3 times, but I did charge him. And if I'd have clocked on earlier, I would have
I think again in that respect, it's one of those where it's to have that conversation beforehand, because obviously you didn't. And that's where...
And he got away with that for a solid 2 years. I just think because you forget, because you're at uni and you're sort of being... You're given some money, not all of it to cover the whole thing. You do have to pay for it yourself. And you sort of think, oh no, this is my place. Like, I'm a uni student, he's not. He's just living with me. And then you forget, oh God, I've got to adult soon. He's got to pay. Like, this is normal for him to pay. Like, definitely. I started charging him board. I felt like his mum. I was like, Tuesday came, I was like, right, transfer your board. I was like telling him all day, have you transferred your board yet?
It's only fair because, again, like if it was like free accommodation, then it's something that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But do you think that if you're both using the resources and it literally is 100% of the time, then if he's got the capacity to do so, then he should contribute something.
Yeah, you've got to prepare for the future.
Yeah, it's real life.
Start paying, so you can't just have a roof over your head for free. Who gets a roof over their head
Because
for free?
if you was to move out now, when you get your own house and you're paying out, I don't know, let's say minimum 1,000 for the month, and he decides, well, he's going to live with you, but he's paying nothing.
Oh, he wouldn't do that anyway.
But you know what I mean? You would say straight away then. I think probably where the lines were blurred was the fact that you was at uni.
Yeah, so I just sort of...
Yeah.
I forgot.
You saw it as free.
Paying for it, yeah. Even though it wasn't, because your loan doesn't cover the whole thing. You have to pay. And if some parents help with their kids, whereas I told my mum and dad, and they're very realistic anyway. They didn't do it because they didn't love me or because they're not good parents, because they are very good parents. But they just think, no, you're grown up now. You have to. This is your life. Go pay for yourself. Like, get a job.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think the parents that pay for everything for their kids at uni, like send them money each week and stuff. And I think, how are they ever going to get a job and like come to realise that life's hard?
Yeah, they've been very
mothered.
Yeah, like pampered and babied, kind of sheltered as well. So I do think it's nice to be able to be in a position, if you can afford to do that for your kids, but then it could be to the detriment to your children.
Yeah, even if I could afford to, I would not. No. Even if I was a millionaire, I'd be like, right, 16, get a job. And I'll treat you to nice things, but you've got to realise that you've got to work for it. You have to work for it. You have to create your own path in life.
I'd be exactly the same.
Yeah, and it gives me the ick a little bit, actually, when you see it so like, uni like boys and girls, and like they've got rich parents and they're paying for everything, and they're giving them an allowance, and they've never worked a day in their life through uni. How do you get through uni without a job, for one?
Yeah, I think it's hard for people as well because, you know, because you're so used to being given something when it comes to actual real life. Because I see like how you're a proper hardcore worker and you've got the ethics, whereas some people, they just kind of think that everything's handed to them.
Yeah.
And that's because they have been pampered so much, and that's not their fault, you know, and that comes with, I guess, a bit of soft parenting.
Yeah,
and
like,
you need to just be a little bit tougher sometimes, I think.
1000%. I saw people that I was like friends with, like just at uni, and they would go to Urban Outfitters, never worked. Like they live in a posh area, so your maintenance zone is nothing. Who's paying for this? Your mum and dad paying for this.
Yeah.
Going to Urban Outfitters, doing a shopping spree, and I'm like, how did you even get the money to do that? Because you can't even afford your rent with your loan.
Yeah.
You're from that's also not fair, because just because you're from London or something, as per se, you shouldn't get. But that's a whole different.
That's
story.
a different debate.
That's a different debate that we can't bother to go into.
Yeah.
But I just think, just put your work boots on and get grafting, man.
100%.
Definitely.
I'm down with that.
So, I've been watching EastEnders for, years.
As you do.
As you do.
It raised you.
And I feel like subconsciously this has affected my mindset in life. Probably. It's like anything you consume, you're going to start believing it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see our Karen doing all the dishes and stuff, or like...
I don't even know who this person is.
You can't even relate.
Who's Karen?
So it's Sharon, who has been wife.
Oh,
God
Sharon. I know who Sharon is because I used to watch EastEnders.
Yeah, she's now with Keanu. She was with Phil. God, she's had that
Phil
many.
Mitchell.
Yeah, God, everyone's had a bit of Phil. Everyone's had a bit of Phil. I'd have a bit of Phil.
Would you?
Yeah. It's when he walks around in his sketches and he's like really hard and he's like, "Oi, get here!" And he's got sketches on. It's brilliant. Love it. But I feel like this has probably shaped my view on women and household roles and stuff, because I see this and I think, wow, God, Kat and Phil are doing it. So that must be how life is.
So what is it? Like, explain it to me, because I don't really watch EastEnders. Well, I don't watch EastEnders.
I can't believe this. For one, this is absolutely crazy. But basically, it's like East London, and it's just a program about life in East London, and like it's drama and stuff happens.
Well, I watched it years ago. So last time I probably watched it was maybe 15 to 20 years ago. And to hear that Sharon's still in it, that's amazing. And Phil Mitchell. So I know like Peggy Mitchell. Who's the other one? I know some of the people. Dot Cotton.
She was a legend.
Oh, amazing.
Amazing.
Dot. But so what is the roles then? What do you mean?
Well, say Karen, she works in a laundrette.
Okay.
For example. And she's a brilliant mother. Her fella left, so she was like single mum, and she basically raised the kids on her own with little money. Mm-hmm. And she's just a really brilliant woman. And that's one role model, but they're just sort of like copy and paste. So you've got Sonia, she's trying to have kids, she's going through IVF.
I remember Sonia.
Yeah.
She was young when I watched it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
okay.
She's grown up a little bit now, isn't she, Sonia?
Yeah.
But then it's like the struggles with that, and how her husband, and this is a brilliant one, her husband's really struggling with the whole... This sounds very stupid. Is IVF in it, or is it IVF?
IVF.
IVF.
Is it for fertility?
Yeah.
Yeah, IVF.
Right, anyway.
What's call it? IBS?
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. I don't know. Hopefully I'll never have to deal with that. I only see it on EastEnders, and I don't really listen to what they're saying. I just look at them.
Oh my goodness.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
Anyway, so and he's like typical man sort of vibes, can't get his head around it, and is a bit like she's really struggling with it on her own. And he's a little bit, if you watched it, you'd understand. Like any viewers that watch it will just know what I'm talking about.
Is it like he doesn't want to talk about his fertility?
Yeah, and he just struggles with it a little bit. Like when she's ready to get the deed going, he's a bit like, like he's just a bit scared, nervous. He's not really doing his job properly because it's a lot for him to deal with, and he doesn't understand it like our woman understands it. And he's a bit like, oh God, I don't know what to do with it. So it's very like copy and paste roles sort of thing. And when you see that and you've seen it for so long, it's like anything, you start to implement it into your own life. Not that I'm implementing EastEnders into my own life, because God, that would be a nightmare.
But you feel like that media, because you've been watching it so much, that's how you kind of see relationships to be then? Yeah,
definitely. Like you look at pop culture and what you see, and it's the same thing. You see, man cheats on woman, woman goes and has breakdown. And that's
and it's okay because he's rich or he's a footballer.
Yeah, so
sort of thing.
like footballers, for example, footballers, all the time you see them, they don't even have girlfriends. They have disposable models that they just next one.
Yeah, and then people kind of accept it because it is in that media, and you think, you know what, I'll be a footballer's wife or I'll be a footballer's girlfriend. I don't mind if he cheats on me because he's got loads of money and all those things. So
definitely,
yeah, I guess as young people, you aspire. Not even young people. Everybody in general, I guess, will want to have some aspects of that where they think, you know what, I would take it if he was a millionaire.
Yeah.
You know, or if she was a millionaire.
Exactly.
I've got the easy ride sort of thing.
And you also know that if you're getting with a footballer, you know that you are probably going to get cheated on, and which is bad. This ain't going to last. This ain't going to be the one. It's a bit of fun. He's fit. Why not?
See, me again, I would go in there like, this is not happening. These are my expectations. Because again, obviously, we're talking about expectations.
You would draw the line. Say, you know who I am. Don't mess.
100%. And I think you have to be like that in relationships, in business, personal, professional, everything. Because otherwise, people are always going to overstep that line.
Yeah.
So if you was literally expecting, well, I'm going with you, you're a footballer, and I expect you to cheat on me, then he does it.
Then it's going to happen.
How are you going to kick off?
Well, you can't.
Because you expected it, you've accepted it.
Yeah.
Whereas to me, I would not allow that. It's the same thing like when it comes to, I mean, it's not saying that it's never going to happen because you're saying I'm not allowing it, but I'm not empowering that.
So when you say you're not allowing it, what are you doing? Baseball bat?
No, I'm saying it's not happening.
Oh, I see.
That's it. Do you know what I mean?
That says a lot about me.
Yeah, not even the violence. It's like, it's not happening. But you go and do that, done. You know, and that's it. Obviously, if you want to have that fun life, as people call it, go and do your thing. But don't get in a relationship and then be now, I'm going to go off. And
Jack Grealish. I don't know how
Who's that?
Sarah. Jesus Christ, man. This is ridiculous.
Who is it?
Right, I'll educate you after, but for the viewers, I'm not talking to you right now.
Oh my God. Who?
Jack Grealish, he's obviously a well-known footballer. And he is known
He's very well known.
Oh, yeah. God, if you know him, you know him. Because he's supposed to be very attractive. Everyone fancies him, or the girls fancy him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's attractive at all. And his personality definitely isn't attractive if you read about him in the media. But he's always got a new missus. I nearly went like that there. But he's always got a new missus. And he's got a girlfriend as well. And they're still together. And he's known for cheating.
Oh.
Like Jack Grealish, he's like, first thing that comes to mind is cheater.
Yeah, but some women don't mind that. And that might just be, for her, she just might like the comfortable life.
But she's a very attractive young lady, so I'm thinking, you're not going to struggle.
It's not even that though, I don't think, with some people. It's just
like, oh, I don't mind you cheat on me.
Yeah,
that's fine.
That's it. Like, they literally don't mind.
Could not be me.
I know.
Could not be me.
It's crazy, isn't it? But that's the life that some people want to live. Me, I don't understand it, don't get it. If you want to put some input, give us a comment or whatever. But for me, I don't understand it.
I don't.
To be fair, I think maybe I'm a bit of a selfish person. I'm like, you're mine.
No, that's normal.
And I'm yours.
That's normal. That's like,
I'm like a kid in a candy shop. Like, I'm not sharing my sweeties with no one.
God, no, I'm not sharing my sweeties. But all that says to me is you've got a heart and you know how to love someone, which actually isn't that common these days. But you girls do what you want. We'll live our life how we're living our lives.
That's it.
And we're not sharing. And that is that.